We're in an architectural biennial and we're proposing a new relationship between plants and buildings, between nature and architecture. And so we want to know what the new generation of architects think of that. So what we've done is we've asked 4 Belgian offices to use that new layer of information and to imagine what that would mean for architecture. We have organized a number of workshops, so we've worked with them in this last year. And so they will showcase a new vision for architecture based on plant intelligence.
My name is Lisa Mandelartz Schenk, and together with Steven Schenk, I was invited by Bureau Bas Smets to think about the implementation of the Building Biospheres prototype into architecture. By that we mean kind of an alternative to kind of the nowadays buildings that are really sealed and kind of airtight and more an object that is quite alienated to nature or its surroundings. But instead that we envision a building that also works with nature and these logics. In that sense, we actually concretely focused on a wall, kind of a wall prototype, which is made of hempcrete and then this bamboo tubes. And the bamboo tubes, first of all, very good for the statics of the wall. They have this chimney effect. At the top of the wall, there will be an opening to create this chimney effect. So there will be this pinwheel that is controlled by the plants with their signals that they send. And then the infill or around it is this hempcrete. Lime and hemp both are very good in a hygrothermal view, but they also have these complementary qualities. For example, lime is very good against fire, so which hemp wouldn't be that much. But hemp is very good to insulate, and even insulate if it is already wet. So first of all, you have to imagine it's like more like a holistic building, so which looks a bit like an analogy of a microscopic view of a plant. It can also be seen a bit more in an abstract way as the working of these walls. Buildings can not only profit from the inherent qualities of plants like air purification, but also can use them to create these microclimates in a way bigger scale.
With our project, we want to question our indoor climate comfort and the technical installations related to it. We actually want to reimagine an interconnection between humans, natural ecosystems and architecture by relying on the intelligence and guidance of plants and natural ecosystems.
Maybe we shouldn't think of outside climate and inside climate as a big rupture. Maybe it could be continuation or more transition of different climates. And in that sense, a building could be reorganized not by its function, but more by different climate rooms.
The 3 main characters are human behavior, natural ecosystems, and building performance. These 3 main characters are then analyzed over 5 comfort classes, and those are thermal, hygric, which is about water vapor in buildings, air, light, and acoustic comfort. So by replacing technical installations with the intelligence of natural installations, we think we can design comfortable climate rooms that on the one hand reduce carbon emission, and on the other hand are rooms in which cohabitation between plants and humans are possible.
We started from the technological aspect of the proposal of the biosphere. Therefore, we quickly looked into historical precedents of architecture, which also integrated these novelties of environmental control. I think you quickly realize and figure out that this is intricately linked to the modernist project. We decided on the Glaverbel building just outside of Brussels, a modernist masterpiece of the post-war era. That cultural and architectural value, it pioneered the integration of mechanical ventilation systems, but was also well documented. So we could also interpret and understand what kind of value the architecture, but also the mechanical systems had. We based ourselves on the original drawings, whereby we superimposed the new reality of this biosphere so that we could try to understand what we win, but what also maybe what we lose with this technology. Within the drawings, I think you start to understand the reality, even fictitiously, of the biosphere. So you see the technological equipment which is present, you see the structural spans which are needed to cover the amount of biosphere which is needed to ventilate the space. But you also see the qualities, the greenery, how people can interact with this new space and confront it with the previous setting, the advantages, but also the disadvantages of the previous setting of the building.
Our project focuses on 1970s collective housing, which is a key building block of our cities around the world. We thought it would make a great impact to bring in a biosphere in such a building, both on the scale of the building and on the scale of the city. More specifically, we focus on Le Pacifique, which is a building in Saint-Josse, in the heart of the valley there, in the heart of Brussels. Most probably we take away 2 floors, which we need for the height of the trees, but also the height of the ground surface that we have to bring into the building. From the biosphere chamber, we bring air over all the floors of the building, and by putting it right in the heart of the building, the circuits are much shorter, of course, but also it brings in the possibility to create a communal space right into the heart of this endlessly repeating collective housing unit. We should demineralize Earth's surface and city's surface to bring in nature both in the city and to the benefit of the people living there.